Hey, hi guys, this is Bakapa Chincholikar. In this tutorial, I will talk about how to automate mobile native application. So I'm using the combination of these tools, that is Appium, Cucumber BDD framework, Selenium, then TestNG. So these are the high level points I'll be covering in this tutorial. The first one is how to create the feature file, then how to generate the step definition structure. Then third point I have is how to implement step definition for the scenario steps. Fourth point I have is how to use UI Automator Viewer for inspecting the mobile element. Then the fifth point I have is we'll be writing the XPath for locating the mobile element. Then the last point I have is we will be executing and validating our results. So let us start with the first point. So let's create a feature file first. So before creating this feature file, so I will show you the scenario which I am going to automate now. So this is my emulator I have. So simply I will go to the calculator app. So here in my case, I'm taking the calculator application. So this is a native app. So here I'm just clicking on this. After opening this app, so what action I'll be doing is, so here I'm clicking on any of the two numbers and I'm just adding these two numbers, then I'm validating the results in this tutorial. So what I'll be doing is I'll be clicking on this 5 first, then after that I'm clicking on this plus symbol, then again I'm adding 5, then the results will be here 10. So yeah, so I'll be validating this particular results whether it is coming properly as a addition of two numbers or not. So this is a goal for this tutorial. So I'll be showing you the demo how to add these two numbers and how to validate this particular number, whether it is addition of two numbers or multiplication of two numbers, like that. So let us start with our creating this feature file. So simply I'm navigating to the my framework, that is Selenium Cucumber BTT framework. So this entire framework is available in the GitHub. If you don't know, just Google it with my name, so you will get it. So precondition for this tutorial is you can go to this my YouTube channel, and from the starting it is all about the installation of the softwares, what are the different softwares required and how to install them. In the next tutorial I have covered how to create the emulator. Then next I have covered how to get the app package and app activity. Then I have showed how to use the UI Automator Viewer for inspecting the mobile element. The latest tutorial I have talked about how to set the desired capabilities. So in this tutorial I will show you an end-to-end flow that contains starting from the creating the feature scenario, then adding the step definition. Then you'll be at the end of this tutorial you'll be learning how to automate the mobile native app. So let us jump to our framework. So first I'll create the feature file. So here I'm specifying the feature file name as MobileTesting.feature. That's it. Then I'll click on finish button. So in this, just I'll open this feature file. Then what I'll do is here I'm just writing the feature keyword. Then here I'm specifying the adding of two numbers. So that this is my feature. Then later I specify the scenario. Just I'll copy the description for the scenario as well. So just a simple feature we are adding the one scenario. So what I'll do is after scenario, so just I'll specify the given keyword Then I'll say first user adds two numbers. So this is our first step. Then next step we have is so before user adds two numbers, I'll say user opens calculator app. Then user adds two numbers. Then I say with the then keyword I say user validates addition of two numbers as. So this expected result I'm parameterizing. So in our case, so addition of two numbers should be 10. That's what I'm parameterizing here with the double quotes. Then in the next step, and then with the keyword, then I'm specifying. So user closes calculator app. So this is about the my scenarios. That's I'm going to automate it now. User closed calculator app. So that's it. So here I'm representing this particular feature file with the @ tag, that is mobile testing. So simply I'll select all and just I'll format it and I'll save it. So that's it. So first we are done with the first step, creating the feature file, and thus we have added one scenario. So let me copy this particular tag and I'll go to the test runner package. Simply I'll open it. So here you need to specify the tag name which we have represented the feature file. So simply I have specified here. So that's it. So first step, we are done with the first step. So we have to generate the step definition structure. So just you can say dry run is equal to true. So this will generate you the structure of the step definition file. So if I run this particular testng.xml file, so simply it will gives me the structure of the step definition file for this particular scenario. If you go to the console, so it is giving me the all the structure of the each of the step definitions for each of the steps. Sorry. So just copy that. Let us quickly create the step definition class for under the com.testautomation.stepdef package. Here I'm specifying the class name as MobileTestingStepDef. So that's it. Just click on finish button. So that's it, guys. So once it is done, so just import the related packages. So every error will be gone. So just import the related packages. So you should not be seeing any errors in few seconds. So simply let me delete all the stuff which is not required here. That's it, guys. So we are done with the first creating the feature file, then generating the step definition structure. So once we are done with these two steps, first then we need to add a few dependency which is required for the testing the Android native apps. So I have few dependencies. So let me copy this. So I will tell you each of the dependencies. So I'm specifying total 3 dependencies. So simply I'll go to the pom.xml file. So simply I'll paste it here. See guys, first dependency we are using the Selenium remote driver, that is a version of 3141.5. Then another dependency I'm using Java client, that is a version of 6.1.0. Then this is a Selenium API I'm using because because of the, if you are getting any error like this, if you are getting in the console like no class definition found error, please add this particular dependency. Otherwise, no need to add this particular dependency. So main dependencies are here, these two. One is Selenium remote driver, then the Java client. So that's all about the dependency. Just save it, your pom.xml, then close it. Okay, that's all guys. So first part we have is user opened calculator app. So before opening the calculator app, so we have to define the desired capabilities. If you visited my channel, so in the last tutorial I have covered what are desired capabilities and how to set the value for the desired capabilities. So the same code I'll copy it from here. Simply I'll copy this, all the code, few set of lines. Then I'll simply paste it under the first step. So that is user is opening the calculator app. In this step, just I'm creating the desired capabilities object, then all the stuff I'm just, if you have visited this particular tutorial, so it will be easy to understand what are these properties and if from where to get this particular property, and platform version, app package, app activity. So these two properties you can get it by seeing to this particular tutorial, that is how to read app package and the app activity. So that's all. So you need to import the desired capabilities class. So just I'm importing here. So first you need to create the object of the desired capabilities. Then by using this object, you can set all the values like device name, udid, platform name, and the platform version, app package, and the app activity. So I'm just creating this particular object as a global so that I can use it in the other steps as well. AndroidDriver is equal to driver is equal to null I'm specifying. So that's it guys. So what I will do, just I'll import the time unit. Here I have specified one statement after creating the object of the AndroidDriver. So simply I have passed the one object, that is a URL. So in this case, so this will be the port number and the, sorry, this will be the IP address and the port number 4723. So these details you can get it from the Appium itself. So default it will run on this IP address and this port number, but these are one and same. So you can specify 4 zeros, then followed by the port number. It will be same. So if you are specifying 127.0.0.1, this will be almost same to the specifying the zeros, 4 zeros. Then after that I'm passing this particular desired capabilities object. Then here just it is a Selenium concept here. I'm specifying the implicit wait of 10 seconds. So that's all guys. So I'm surrounding this particular set of statements with the try catch block. Just select the lines of code, then right click on that. You can say here surround with try and catch block. So that's it, guys. So here I'm getting still one more error, so I need to import the URL. So just import the URL as well, class. Once it is done, so we are done with the first step. User open calculator app. So we are done with the first step, that is user open calculator app. Then user adds two numbers. So for adding two numbers, so what I will do is first we have to inspect the element, then we have to get the DOM details, then we can specify the value like addition of two numbers. So simply I'm opening the my emulator, then just I'm closing this particular thing. Then freshly I will open the calculator app. Then I'm opening the UI automator viewer. So this is for capturing the DOM of the mobile native app. So this is so it is already opened the application. So what I will do is I will click on this particular number, that is 5 plus 5. So I don't want to click on this particular equals. So just what I will do is first I click on 5, then plus 5. Then I will validate here whether this particular value is displayed or not. So let me inspect this particular DOM with the UI automator viewer. So you need to click on this particular option. So it will inspect the all the left side mobile native app, and it will gives you the DOM details, that is a kind of HTML details. So that's it, guys. So first what I need to do, first I need to click on this particular number 5, then I need to click on plus, then again I need to click on 5. So let us select the 5. So if you look at this side, in the right side, that is a no details. So here we are getting the index, text, resource ID, class, package. So in my case, I'm using this particular value, that is a resource ID. I'll go to the Eclipse ID. This is my step definition file. So in the second step, that is once we open the calculator app, so user adds the two numbers. So in the second step, what I'm doing, I'm using the driver object dot find element, find element by ID I'm using. So here I'm specifying the value, the same value which I copied. So that is nothing but this particular value, resource ID value. Then I will click on it by using the click method. So after clicking 5, so I need to click on plus. So let me inspect the plus button. So once we have the DOM details, so we can do it very easily. So I need to inspect this particular plus button. So let's just click on this. So here if you look at this, here also we are getting all multiple details. So now the details are changed because my focus is on different element. So in this case also I'm just copying the resource ID. There are different ways of writing the XPath. You can follow that as well, but in my case just for the demo purpose, just I'm using the ID itself. So after that, I need to click on the plus button as well. So here I'm performing the click operation. So second time also I need to click on the 5 only. So just I'm copying the first statement, then I'm pasting it. The first find element clicks on the 5, then the second find element clicks on plus button, then the third find element it clicks on again it clicks on 5 number. So once the operation is done, so it will display us the results. So if you look at here, so this is where the results is getting displayed. So in the same way, simply I'm using the resource ID itself. Just I'll copy this particular ID. I'll get the text and I will store it in the variable. Then we will validate that the same text is displayed in the calculator app. So here again I'm finding the element. So now I'm finding the element of the results which is displayed on the calculator app. So simply I'm specifying the ID of that particular element, which is the result displayed. So what I'll do here, I'll do get text. So that's it. So this particular result I'll store it in the as a result variable. I'll create it and I'll store it. So let me specify this variable as a global so that validation purpose. So this same variable will be used in the next step here whenever I'm validating this particular addition of two numbers. So I'm specifying it as a global here. So I'm assigning the null value for this result variable. So that's it, guys. So what we are done with 2 steps. The first one is user opens calculator app, then user adds 2 numbers. Then in the third step, user validates addition of 2 number as 10. So I'm going to the third step. So what I'm doing here is in the second step, just simply I'll surround the set of statements with the try catch block. So if any error occurred in the try block, so that particular exception will be captured by the catch statements, and you'll be seeing some details about the exception in the console as well. So here in this step, I'm using the assertion concept, assert true. So in this method, so we have to specify the condition. So based on the condition, it will return as a result. So if this condition is false, so this particular test will get fail and appropriate exception will be displayed in the console. So here I'm writing one condition. So here I'm taking this particular string. So this is the expected value, the value which is passing from this particular step, that is a 10. So I'm taking this particular value as a string, and here I'm comparing with equals ignore case this particular result. So this is the result I got it from the calculator app. So simply I'm using this particular result variable, and if these two are equal or not, I'm just checking. If it is false, simply our test will get failed. So here I'm selecting this particular statement. I'm surrounding with the try and catch block. So if this particular assertion failed, so catched by the catch statement, and it will display the set of exception details. So we are done with the third step as well. We are here validating by using the assertion concept whether these two results are same or not. This particular value is a 10 and this particular app value, it should be same, otherwise our test will get failed. So we are done with implementing these three steps. In the first step we are opening the calculator app, then in the second step we are adding two numbers, in the third step we are performing the validation of two numbers as a equal number or not. This is the last step. We are just closing the calculator app. So what I will do is I'll use the driver object dot quit. It is very similar to the Selenium Java concept. So simply I'll select this particular statement and I'll say surround with the try and catch block. So that's all, guys. So we are done with the implementing all the four steps. In the first step we have created the object of desired capabilities, and we are setting the all the properties. Once setting the properties is done, we are creating the object of the AndroidDriver. Then here I'm specifying the one implicit wait of 10 seconds. The second step, adding two numbers. Here I have inspected the element and I have got the ID. By using the ID, I am identifying the elements. Then I'm performing the addition of two numbers. At the end, I'm just storing the result of the addition of two numbers in the one variable. This particular variable will be holding the value of the result from the calculator app. I'm here. The next step, I'm just validating whether it is equal to the expected value or not. Then in the last step, simply we are closing the calculator app. So that's all, guys. So let us run this particular script, and so let me minimize this. So let's have the emulator here. So once emulator is ready, so we will run our script and we will see whether it is working or not. So this is my emulator. So in the same way, let's have the Appium as well. So whenever our script is running, so some logs will be generated in this particular Appium. So simply I will run the TestNG.xml file, right click on that and I'll say run as TestNG suite. So this is my emulator. So our script should run in this particular emulator. Let me check once. What is the, I think it is not running. So what we have to do is, so once we have generated the structure for the step definition, so we have to disable that. So let us go to the test runner and let us disable this. Let us make it as a false. So that's all, guys. So let us try to run it now. If you look at here, now the logs are started generating, and in the same way you can look at our emulator. So simply it is executed within the few seconds. So now it is performing the actions now. So yeah, I think maybe it might have triggered the other app so previously. by the mobile. So I think it is executed now. So let us open our console. So if you look at here, complete the execution for adding two numbers. So if you look at here, total test run is 1 and that is passed. And if you look at this, 0 failures and 0 skips. So this is a valid scenario. Let us pass the value as a false here. So what if it is 5? So now it is performing the addition of two numbers is correct. It is displaying you the 10 results. So that's the reason it is getting passed. So let me run it once again. So now it should fail. Let me close this app. So if you look at in the Appium, it is generating automatically some logs. So if you look at in the emulator, right, so it is simply adding two numbers. So that's it. So let us go to our Eclipse ID. So if you open this, right, so total test run is 1, but we have one failure because that assertion got failed, expected, and the actual results are not matching. So that's all about the coverage for this tutorial. So we have discussed how to create feature file, how to generate the step definition structure, and we have seen how to implement the step definition for the scenario steps. Then we have learned how to use the UI automator for inspecting the mobile element. Then we have written the XPath or ID. By using the ID also you can find the element, or you can write your own XPath. There are multiple ways of writing the XPath, but still I have covered in my channel. There are different ways of writing the XPath. Please do visit to that tutorial and learn it how to create different ways XPath. Then finally we have seen that executing and we have validated the results. We have seen the positive scenario and negative scenario as well. So that's all about the how to automate a mobile native application. So if you like this tutorial, please click on like button, and if you want to share with your friends, colleagues, that will be great. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial.